All right, let's go over the 2015 National Latin Exam, Latin 1, Level 1 exam, and as per usual, embedded items. So be paying close attention to that to get those all right. Number 1, Salvete. Hello, Discipuli. Discipuli here is in the vocative case. Remember, the vocative almost always looks like the nominative, except for when it's singular. But this is plural because we're talking more than one. And so it would be students talking directly to them, D as in dog. Heri, that's just regular vocab. Heri means yesterday. Yesterday, so there it is. Today would be hodie, soon would be mokes, and cross is tomorrow. This is an example of the future tense. Narabo, bo bis bit, bimis bitis bunt. You see any of those, you're dealing with the future tense. And so I will tell, see as in cat. The others I am telling would be naro, I was telling would be narabam with a BA, and I have told would be narawi, with of course an est it as a perfect ending, and the V of the stem. Cupitis ne. Ne asks a yes or no question. Cupio, cupere, cupiwi, cupitis is obviously the verb that means to desire or to want. So, y'all want? Question mark. And so, do you want? You're just asking the question yes or no. Tres dei, 3 goddesses, Hera and Athena and Aphrodite. They contendaban with a BA. They were competing, obviously. This is the imperfect that you see with that BA. Quis, that's just simple knowing that it means who. Quis, who. Quid would be what. Cur would be why, and how would be quomodo. Dei, that of course could be a genitive singular of the goddess, it could be a dative singular to the goddess, and it could be a nominative plural, the goddesses do stuff. So again, you have to look at the context. Please always be on the lookout for a ditransitive verb. Give, show, speak, or tell. Gotta ring the dative bell. So Paris is our subject. Gave in the perfect tense, that is the perfect stem dade with your perfect ending it, and gave a reward to the goddess. And so therefore that ditransitive verb has both a direct object accusative and an indirect object dative to the goddess. Number 8, Paris was desiring, was wanting, essay. That's merely from sum essay, to be. And so here it is, the infinitive to be. Regis. Please remember that short is on the National Latin Exam is going to be genitive singular. Helena was the wife of the king. And so rex regis of the king. And that's your first item to put in for the easy free 100 regis. Number 10, Paris sailed, did sail, has sold. You see the V of the V sucks and the it of the est it. And so to the city Troy, and he sailed with Helen, around Helen, against Helen, or across Helen. Obviously, it's cum plus the ablative. With Helen did he sail. Number 11, Menelaus, the king of Sparta. Notice how rex is the positive of Menelaus. Same case, renaming it. So the king of Sparta desired, wanted, cupiwit. Again, they love that verb, cupio, cupere on the National Latin Exam. A wife pretty, and he wanted to receive a pretty wife. Pulchram agrees with uxorium. They are the same case, accusative. Accusative. Remember, for an adjective to modify a noun, it does not have to have the same ending, it has to have the same case, number, gender. This is a first and second declension adjective with a first and second declension ending, modifying a third declension noun that has a third declension ending, but the case, number, and gender are the same. Number 12, therefore, mille naves, 1,000 ships. Mille is 1,000, not 10, that'd be decum, not 100, that'd be centum, like a century, but 1,000 mille. And that's your second item to put into the quiz, mille. Many people probably put million, but this is 1,000, like a millennium. And remember, that's your second item. Between the Greek men, there was a big. Big has to modify nominative. That's accusative. That is dative singular. That is genitive singular, short is genitive singular. And so your answer here is dukes, a great leader, dukes. Number 14, wos means y'all. But they don't give you y'all, but that's because they do not follow the southernism of you all. But it is y'all. So you would be the answer there. Number 15, magno cum gaudio. He fights. Pugno pugnare is another verb that they love to use besides cupio cupere. Pugno pugnare, to fight. So he fights magno cum gaudio with great joy, and he kills. Another one they use a lot is neko necare, many enemies. Which choice is close in the meaning? Well, let's look at all of our choices. So with great joy, that's just the word happy. That would be happily. And so let's go with that one because obviously with that long E, it describes how, the manner, happily. And so that is the equivalency. Number 16, quam, with an exclamation point, is going to be how. Remember that who is quis, when is quando, and cur would be why. Philios, that's just accusative plural direct object. Mothers love their sons. And so C, as in cat. It is not dative case, it is not genitive case, and it certainly isn't ablative case. It is the accusative direct object. Omnis mater, every mother declares, noli necare, don't kill. Neco necare, they like to have that verb a lot. And so, don't kill, do not kill. And then number 19, but the anger of a man, that anger, it wouldn't be I the anger, it wouldn't be they the anger, it wouldn't be we the anger, but rather it the anger is. And so your answer there is B as in boy. Let's look at the culture and civilization. When a teacher helps a Latin student, the student should respond, the sun shines? Probably not. I drive thanks to you. That sounds like what you would say. To make a mistake is human? Not so much. And you would not say I am absent, but rather I drive thanks to you. Thank you. To the fairest, beware of the Greeks bearing gifts. The face that launched 1,000 ships are phrases commonly associated with the Trojan War. That gift that we mentioned is that Trojan horse, not the founding of Rome, Punic Wars, or the monarchy. Which body parts on your caput? Would it be your hands? Would it be your eyes? Would it be your feet? Or would it be your chest, your pecs, your pectoral muscles? Well, obviously, it is your eyes that are on your head, caput. We've seen these body parts before. Who attempted to drive his father's sun chariot across the sky, but was unable to control the horses? That would be Phaeton, one of the sons of Apollo, remember. Not Hercules, not Midas, who got the golden touch, not Orpheus, who was, of course, the guitar player. The Pantheon was a Roman. Was it a Roman Senate house? Was it a Roman amphitheater where gladiators fought, like the Colosseum? Was it a Roman temple? Of course it was a Roman temple. The temple to all the theon, the gods, and it's not a courthouse. Number 25, insurgent, resurrection, derived from the Latin word meaning rise, surgo, surgere. Which room in the Roman villa would a coquus prepare a cana, a cook prepare a dinner? Would it be in the study? Would it be in the main room? Would it be in the bedroom? Or would it be in the kitchen? Obviously, it would be in the kitchen. And that's your third item that you need to put in. Kulina. Kulina is your third item that you're putting in for your quiz. Which letter on the map represents the Apennines? Well, let's go through all of them. Letter A would be the Atlas Mountains of northern Africa. Letter B is the Pyrenees Mountains that separate Hispania, Spain, from Gallia, France. Letter D, the Mushroom Cap of Italy. That is the Alpine Mountains. The Apennines are the backbone of Rome, the backbone of Italy. And so the Apennine Mountains are letter C. Letter C are the Apennines. Please know where your mountain ranges are located. When the kicker missed the game-winning field goal, he became a blank to the fans of the team. Did he become a god from the machine? No. Did he become in place of the parent? No. Did he become a person not welcome? Yes. A persona non grata. A person not welcome. Which god worked under the forge under Mount Etna and made weapons for the other gods? That would be, of course, Vulcan, the blacksmith of the gods. So, let's go ahead and read the passage. And from the reading of the passage, you should be able to see why you've gotten right, what you have and what you have not gotten right, etc. And I will choose one word to be the fourth and final item for your quiz. So, Aurora, the goddess. So, God would be Deus. The feminine Dea would be goddess. The goddess of the first light, that'd be the dawn, on account of, and you can see it, they give you the gloss over here, the death of her son, Phileas Memnon. She was lacrimabating. She was crying. Achilles had killed Memnon in the Trojan War. They also, on the National Latin exam, love the word bellum, which is the word for war. The Trojans did place, did put, did position his body, corpus, on a funeral pyre. That's an apparatus that you burn the body. But the mother was not wanting to watch her son. Aurora knelt down, genuflexit, in front of, ante, the feet of the king of the gods, deorum, and said, Dico dicade dixi dictus, I am not powerful among the gods. I do not have, habeo, many temples. I seek, peto, neither temples nor altars for me. You ought, you owe, however, to give to me a favor, because I was giving every day primum lucam, or lucem, first light for you. She was bringing the dawn. She then commands, take that infinitive dare, drop the re, give to my son, meo filio, in the dative case, the accusative direct object, a rightful honor. And she is addressing, O great king of the gods. And lewa and levitate, lighten, the dolorum, the grief of the mother. While the funeral pyre, same word as we had up here previously, it was given to you. Do you see it up there? Funeral pyre, there it is. So while the funeral pyre falls into flames and a column of fume, smoke, obscures the light, Jupiter nodded assent. Ashes, similes to birds, so similar to birds, out of the flames and the smoke and the fumes. And remember, que on the end of a word attached to it is the equivalency of an et in front of it. So flames and smoke, out of those flames and smoke, those ashes similar to birds appeared. The ashes, fakti sunt, they give it to you on the right-hand side, became aves, birds, same as birds there. 3 times the birds flew around. They circumvolaverunt, and 3 times they lifted a loud shout to the stars. Suddenly the birds were fighting amongst themselves. The birds fight in the memory of Memnon every year. They wage a bellum Trojanum, a Trojan war, bellum again, war, in the sky. They also like the word caelum, sky. It's where we get the word celestial. Celestial bodies are bodies like the sun and the moon. And even today, Aurora, the goddess of the first light, she makes the ground wet with tears. And that's the dew on the ground and explaining it when obviously she watches it. So your last word that is, of course, going to be put into the quiz is pugnant. They fight. Pugnant. That's your last and final word. And of course, it is a verb often used on the National Latin exam. So good luck. Do well.